I was surprised at that because I felt like, with Pernilla Harder, one of the best players in the world, but there's only so far you can go with only having, a couple of good players, especially in this tournament. And it was a difficult game for them because Germany are a top team. And when they're good, they're very good. They never really have an off day. So I feel like when they do, they're never as bad as everybody else when they have their bad days. And unfortunately for Denmark, it was just a day where Germany just came alive and were fantastic. Great players. I mean, Marijan obviously would have been playing in this tournament, but she tore her ACL. And the fact that not many people are even talking about this is one of the best players in the world. And I know she's been out for a while now, but then without her, and they're still fantastic. So I don't think you can ever write Germany off. And they're still a team that nobody wants to play against. I still think they carry that fear factor. It's difficult, isn't it? Because I don't think it's automatically made England the favourites. I'm one of those people that probably one of the only people that thinks that. I mean, football's a crazy, crazy game. I just feel like Norway didn't turn up. And I don't think Norway will ever play that bad again. I know they had a result similar last year, but I don't think they can ever play that bad again. I really don't. And I think that some people were saying Austria, must be rubbing their hands together. I actually feel quite worried for Austria because when you have a game like that and a performance like that, you want to make it better. I was in the commentary and I'm very rarely left speechless. And I just was like, wow, because everything you prep for and everything you kind of think's going to happen did not happen. So you kind of have to react within the game. And you're just kind of sitting there and you're thinking, I can't believe this. I can't actually believe this. Kira Walsh, for me, and Georgia Stanway during this tournament have been absolutely incredible. I mean, I know people talk a lot about Kira Walsh in the WSL, and I think in the position she plays for Manchester City and the way the City have played this year, she hasn't really been able to show just how good she is. I think people playing against her know, her teammates know, but she's absolutely brilliant. She really is. And I can't speak highly enough of her. She never gives the ball away. I call her the quarterback of the team. And in both the games so far, I could have given her player of the match in both the games. And I gave her second because it's difficult because it's like, how do you give a player that hasn't got a goal and an assist player of the game? But if you're looking at it from a football perspective and you watch the game properly, similar to N'Golo Kante, he is unbelievable. She is unbelievable. She really is. She's brilliant. But Georgia Stanway in this tournament, England have almost put more pressure on themselves because it's like a catch-22, isn't it? Because I said this will show exactly where England are at. And now all of a sudden people are saying England are going to win the competition. So it's difficult. I mean, over 2 games in the World Cup qualifiers, England won 5-0, 4-0. So scored 9 goals against Northern Ireland. But I would say this is a rivalry, not a massive rivalry. I wouldn't say it's a bigger rivalry as against Scotland because I wouldn't say Northern Ireland and England necessarily hate each other. But I feel for Northern Ireland because you can only go so far having a non-professional team. They've only become professional for this tournament. They're going to go back to their day jobs after this tournament. And when Julie Nelson scored that goal, you can see how much it meant to them just scoring a goal. And they're doing amazing things for their country just being here. I think England will win pretty comfortably. I don't think it'll be like the Norway game. I don't, because I think Northern Ireland are going to play for pride. And I think England, I hope they don't overplay. I hope that they just do exactly what they did against Norway and be ruthless and bring it to them. But I think it's going to be still a difficult game. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to go with 4-0. I think in the game at Wembley, it took till the second half for England to actually break them down. And, I wouldn't necessarily say Northern Ireland would have watched that game last night and they would have been thinking, wow, they know how good England are. So it's difficult because for Northern Ireland to win in these games against Norway, against Austria or England, you have to pray for a miracle to a certain degree because it's not because the players are not good enough individually, but, you have to have a feeling that England have an absolutely awful off day and, Northern Ireland have the best game of their lives. Either bracket in this competition, you have to play. There's no easy route to the final. Whereas I think sometimes in competitions, there's not easy routes, but, you see some teams thinking, oh, we're going to draw this game so that we end up a weaker team. It doesn't work that way in this tournament this time. I think anybody can genuinely beat anyone on any given day. And I think anyone can win this competition. And I think that's what makes it great. But I do think that I don't want England to have peaked already. I think England are only the favourites based upon it being the home nation or one of the favourites.